The Whole Brain Child, Introduction Summary. The Whole Brain Child, by Dr. Daniel J. Siegel and Dr. Tina Payne Bryson, serves as a comprehensive guide for parents, drawing from the latest research in child development and neuroscience. The book is grounded in the concept that a child's brain is a complex yet malleable organ that develops progressively, with different areas responsible for various functions. Siegel and Bryson use engaging anecdotes and practical strategies to help parents understand how to nurture whole brain integration, harmonizing the logical and emotional aspects of the brain to promote well-being and resilience in children. The authors emphasize that the brain has two hemispheres: the left brain, responsible for logic, language, and analytical thinking, and the right brain, which governs creativity, emotional expression, and nonverbal communication. Additionally, they explain the difference between the upstairs brain, which deals with higher-order thinking, and the downstairs brain, which controls basic survival instincts. Siegel and Bryson stress that a well-integrated brain fosters emotional regulation, self-awareness, and the ability to form healthy relationships. Parents, through their daily interactions, can guide children to develop these crucial skills. Chapter 1: Integrate the left and right brain. Summary: children, especially when they are young, often rely more on their emotional, right, brain. This can lead to meltdowns or emotional outbursts that may seem irrational from an adult perspective. The authors argue that trying to reason with a child in the heat of an emotional moment often fails because the logical, left, brain is not fully engaged. Instead, parents should first connect with the child's emotions using empathy and understanding. Once the child feels heard and comforted, parents can guide them to use their logical thinking to find solutions. Example: if a child is furious about being told to stop playing and do homework, a parent might acknowledge, "I understand how hard it is to stop doing something fun," before explaining why completing schoolwork is important. Takeaway: emotional validation opens the door to problem solving. By addressing the child's emotional state first, parents create a sense of safety that makes logical reasoning more effective. Actions: connect and redirect. Start with empathy to engage the right brain, then introduce logical thinking from the left brain. Name it to tame it. Help children label their emotions, making overwhelming feelings more manageable. Chapter 2: Develop the upstairs brain. Summary: the upstairs brain includes areas like the prefrontal cortex, which handles decision-making, impulse control, and empathy. This region doesn't fully mature until a person's mid-20s, making it a work in progress during childhood. Parents can help children strengthen their upstairs brain by offering opportunities to make choices, practice patience, and think through decisions. Example: suppose a child becomes upset when a playdate is cancelled. A parent can guide them to come up with alternative activities or reflect on why plans change, fostering adaptive thinking. Takeaway: guiding children to use their upstairs brain builds their capacity for thoughtful decision-making and emotional regulation. This process also cultivates traits like empathy and morality. Actions: engage, don't enrage, avoid triggering the survival-focused downstairs brain. Use calming words and a patient tone to keep interactions positive. Use natural consequences. Instead of punishing, let children experience the outcomes of their choices, e.g., forgetting a coat and feeling cold. Chapter 3: Engage the body to calm the brain. Summary: in this chapter, the authors highlight the mind-body connection and how physical responses are intertwined with emotional states. An activated downstairs brain can make children feel like they're in survival mode, leading to fight, flight, or freeze reactions. Techniques like physical activity, deep breathing, or sensory input can help calm the downstairs brain and restore balance. Example: after an argument with a friend, a child might feel overwhelmed and angry. Suggesting they run around the block or do jumping jacks can help them release pent-up energy and refocus their emotions. Takeaway: physical strategies such as movement, rhythmic breathing, or engaging the senses can be highly effective in calming emotional storms. Actions: move it or lose it. encourage activities like dancing, running, or yoga to help children manage strong emotions. Breathe to soothe. Teach children deep breathing exercises, such as balloon breathing or counting breaths. Chapter 4: Balance between me and we. Summary: this chapter addresses the importance of teaching children to balance their internal needs, me, with the needs of others, we. Children need to develop an awareness of themselves while also learning to empathize and engage in healthy social interactions. Encouraging both self-understanding and social connection helps them build meaningful relationships. Example: if siblings are fighting over a toy, instead of imposing a solution, a parent might facilitate a discussion where each child expresses their feelings and needs. This teaches negotiation and empathy. Takeaway: social and emotional learning is critical. Children who understand their own experiences are better equipped to understand and empathize with others. Actions: sift sensations, images, feelings, and thoughts. Guide children to become aware of what's happening inside them, then teach them to relate this to others' experiences. Practice empathy. Role-playing and discussing how others might feel can help children develop empathy. Chapter 5: Make the implicit explicit. Summary: implicit memories are stored in the brain without conscious awareness. For children, these memories can manifest as fears or anxieties that seem to have no clear origin. Helping children bring implicit memories to the surface and discuss them can relieve these hidden burdens and reduce irrational fears. Example: a child who is terrified of swimming might not remember falling into the water as a toddler. By gently exploring the source of the fear, parents can help the child process and overcome it. Takeaway: bringing unconscious memories to light can demystify fears and empower children to confront their emotions. Actions: use "let's talk about it" moments. Create a safe environment for children to discuss their feelings and memories. Draw or play it out. Encourage children to use art or imaginative play to express and process difficult experiences. Chapter 6: Teach children to be a memory keeper. Summary: the authors emphasize the power of storytelling in helping children organize and understand their experiences. By creating coherent narratives, children can make sense of what happens to them, which fosters emotional stability and self-awareness. Memory work not only helps children remember events but also interpret them in a way that adds meaning and resilience. Example: a parent might help a child talk through a disappointing day, from waking up late to having an argument at school, using language that emphasizes what was learned or how the child coped. Takeaway: creating narratives around life events gives children a sense of control and coherence, helping them integrate experiences and emotions. Actions: narrate your day. Use bedtime or quiet moments to review daily events, discuss challenges, and celebrate successes. Write a journal together. Encourage older children to keep a journal to organize and reflect on their experiences. Chapter 7: Help children find their balance. Summary: Siegel and Bryson introduce the metaphor of the river of well-being, with one bank representing chaos and the other rigidity. A balanced, integrated brain navigates the middle of this river. When children drift toward chaos, emotional meltdowns or feeling out of control, or rigidity, being overly controlling or inflexible, parents can use techniques to guide them back to the center. Example: if a child rigidly insists on sticking to a routine, a parent could introduce gentle flexibility by modeling creative problem-solving or suggesting fun alternatives. Takeaway: maintaining emotional and mental balance helps children avoid extremes and promotes resilience. Actions: use "yes" and language. Build on children's ideas to teach flexibility rather than shutting them down with "no." Model flexibility. Show children how to adapt when plans change or obstacles arise. Chapter 8: Support Mindsight. Summary: mindsight, a term coined by Siegel, refers to the ability to understand one's mind and the minds of others. Developing this skill helps children recognize their own feelings and thoughts while also becoming attuned to the emotions of those around them. This chapter emphasizes that mind-sight fosters empathy and emotional intelligence, essential for personal and social well-being. Example: if a child feels excluded from a group of friends, a parent could discuss how each person in the situation might have felt, fostering understanding and empathy. Takeaway: mind-sight equips children with the tools to navigate social situations thoughtfully and understand themselves deeply. Actions: teach perspective taking. Use real-life examples or stories to help children consider different viewpoints. Mindful moments: practice mindfulness together, like focusing on a shared activity, to build self-awareness. Conclusion, summary, and takeaway. The authors wrap up The Whole Brain Child by emphasizing the transformative power of whole brain parenting. The strategies presented are practical yet rooted in complex neuroscience, designed to help parents nurture their children's emotional and intellectual development. By fostering integration between the left and right brain and the upstairs and downstairs brain, parents can guide their children toward becoming well-rounded, resilient, and emotionally intelligent adults. The overarching message is that parenting is not about perfection but about being present and intentional. Every moment, even those filled with conflict or stress, is an opportunity to teach children how to understand themselves and others. By incorporating these tools, parents can help their children grow into empathetic, self-aware, and thoughtful individuals. Key takeaways and actions. Connect and redirect. Engage your child's emotional side first, then guide them to logical thinking. Engage, don't enrage. Keep interactions calm to avoid triggering survival instincts. Move it or lose it. Use physical activity to help children regain emotional balance. Sift. Encourage children to reflect on their sensations, images, feelings, and thoughts. Let's talk about it. Moments. Use storytelling to make sense of difficult memories. River of well-being. Teach children to balance between chaos and rigidity. Mind-sight. Foster empathy and self-awareness through perspective-taking and mindfulness. In essence, The Whole Brain Child provides a roadmap for parents to support their children's growth in an emotionally attuned and brain-conscious way, turning everyday challenges into opportunities for connection and development. Through these tools, parents can lay the foundation for their children to lead happy, balanced, and meaningful lives. End of the book summary. Thank you. Book briefs, simplifying insights, saving your time.